There is, of course, a broader national context to what's playing out here in Washington. Yes, it's the president's birthday. Yes, it's the 250th birthday of the United States Army. Yes, we're preparing to celebrate the 250th birthday of our country and its Flag Day. But there are also National Guard forces in Los Angeles. Marines are there too. Both of those deployments against the wishes of local and state officials. This has created a broader national conversation about the propriety and the images from this particular event. One of the parts of that is protests going on across our country called No Kings, meaning there is something that parts of our country feel uncomfortable about with this president, his approach to federal power, and maybe what it all means in the context of this parade. I want to go to Adam Yamaguchi, who is in Los Angeles at the site of one of those protests. Adam, what are you seeing?
Yeah, it's a much different atmosphere, tone, and tenor than what you're seeing at the parade in Washington, D.C. There are upwards of 20,000 or so people who are thought to have been here at the No Kings protest in L.A. earlier in the day. The protest ended about an hour ago, and so many people left, but many thousands have remained, and they've all descended from the main protest site down to the federal building here, which is, of course, the site of the protests that we saw here in L.A. over the last week or so. Now, there's still a lot of anger, a lot of frustration in the air. When you look at the signage, the flags, and you listen to the people, ICE, immigration raids, are the issue that most people here seem to be concerned about. Now, amidst all of that frustration and anger, what's compounding all of this is the presence, if you can see, behind this large crowd, there is a phalanx of National Guard that are guarding this federal building. There are Marines stationed at other federal building locations, and that is, again, drawing the ire of the people who say, look, they don't belong here. The mayor of Los Angeles earlier spoke to the people of Los Angeles and said, we need to maintain peace, and that in order for essentially, we don't want to create an environment in which President Trump would be justified in having sent the federal troops and the Marines down here. But given the fact that these ICE raids are continuing for the foreseeable future, the energy here is unlikely to dissipate anytime soon.
Adam, before I let you go, I know it's loud there. I know there are several people. You can see them clearly. They're agitated. But as to what's gone on that you have seen, peaceful or violent?
It has largely been peaceful. I mean, it's certainly boisterous, energetic. You can see that. But all signs indicate that this has largely been peaceful. But again, the day or the night here is young.
Exactly. Just after 3:15 Pacific time in Los Angeles. Adam Yamaguchi, thank you very much.